Hello, welcome to the Citrus Garden. If you're new here, my name is Christina. If you're not new here, hi, welcome back. It's great to see you. This is a reading for Virgo, Sun, Moon, or Rising, or if you have any significant Virgo placements, there may be a message in here for you. There's a lot of energy coming through your reading today, Virgo. A couple of things. I feel like you are getting a massive spiritual upgrade. That's the message that was coming through really strongly for you. It feels like third eye specifically at the moment, like that. I feel like third eye spiritual upgrade is like happening right now for you, but there's more that's going to be coming in at a later date. It's coming through. It's feeling like there's a heart chakra, heart energy center upgrade that's happening for you as well in the future. Like it's not happening yet, but like you're on the path to it. Like it has your name on it, Virgo. It's like it's reserved for you. That's how it's coming through. But that feels like it's like you have to wait a little bit to get there. Like there's a little bit of a doesn't feel like a delay, but it's just kind of like a divine timing kind of thing. Like it's not time yet for that aspect to come in for you, whatever that is. I feel like there's like a really, it's something that you really want to do or really desire. It's coming through a bit like a Page of Wands energy though. Like it could be like a creative project or something like that. Or something that's inspiring to you, or something that just like, you know, it's something that you're learning or exploring. It's something that you really want to create, it feels like, but it's connected to the heart energy. And it's like, it's a bit too, I don't know how to phrase this, like, it's a bit too big at the moment for you to like take on, perhaps because you have other responsibilities or something like that, but it kind of feels like the divine timing aspect of it is that it's like waiting until you have enough, like, I don't know, energy maybe to engage with it, or that it's that kind of thing. It's kind of like you have to wait until you have time to work on this or something like that. So that's part of the divine timing. It's not that like you're not ready for it or anything like that. It's just like you don't have time at the moment maybe to like pursue this or work on this or whatever. So it's kind of coming through like that for you. That also feels like an, I don't know if upgrade is the right word, but that's how it was coming through. Like expansion, right? Like the next level, that kind of thing of something. I feel like right now for you, Virgo, I think you're in the process of completing a really major cycle. The last couple of Virgo readings have been so lovely because it's coming through with this very like satisfying, healing energy. It's not that well, there may have been like sort of uncomfortable healing energies, but for you, it's feeling like very like satisfying, like fulfilling, healing energies that's coming in. Anyways, yeah, the last couple of Virgo readings, I think like since I started using this deck, I think Virgo was the first sign that I used this deck for. I can't quite remember. But since then, which was like end of summer, beginning of fall, Virgo readings have been like so, I don't know what the word is, like magical, but like spiritually fulfilling is how I would describe the last few Virgo readings recently. So that's how it's coming through for you, Virgo. I feel like right now you're in the process of making adjustments. It's kind of like they feel like small adjustments, but it kind of feels like maybe you're there's a lot of like feedback that's coming back to you is how it's coming through. Like, yeah, maybe you're like receiving feedback for something, and then making adjustments based on that. I don't know if that's like feedback from other people feels like not, but it feels more like internal feedback, like your internal feedback. I don't know, maybe you're working on something. I'm getting this energy for you, Virgo, of like if you're working on something, if you're creating something, but like maybe the final result doesn't turn out exactly as it could be. Like it's coming through as like it could be better, and you're like thinking about making adjustments to something in order for it to be exactly how you want it to be. But it's feeling very grounded for you, Virgo. There may be frustration, but it feels like it's just part of the process, I think, for you. Anyways. Yeah, very interesting. Okay. Yeah, the river. Interesting. That's a song. That's a song. That's a card about forgiveness, but it's also about healing as well. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna read this description. Okay. The stream, the flow, the current. There's a reason so many rituals of change and rebirth take place in the river. It is forgiveness embodied in physical form. Without asking anything in return, the river washes away what is no longer necessary, smoothing over sharp edges and accepting all our mistakes and grievances. Once we step in, we are no longer in control. The river carries us farther down the stream of transformation than we planned to go. Its waters have a special gift for reflecting back to us a new and dreamlike vision. Once the tears have passed, we see ourselves as we haven't before, with a little more lightness, grace, and fluidity. Keep in mind the you that stands within the river is the real you, full of deep emotion and potential, nothing to hide, nothing to judge. May you drink in the sight of your true self. When light, acceptance, grace, reflection, and forgiveness. When dark, torment of emotions, flooding, and overwhelm. You can only resist the river for so long. Eventually, it will pull you towards change, so you may as well get in with style and grace. Okay, it feels like surrendering to the flow of your emotions. That's how it's coming through. Surrendering to the flow of your emotions. And in that flow, in the current, you can see your true self, is how it's coming through, Virgo. And it's this energy of like self-acceptance and self-compassion and removing anything that is not necessary is how it's coming through. Because maybe there are things like this is this sort of energy of like internal feedback that I'm getting for you, where it's like maybe there's like this internal feedback system within you about like your emotions, like how you feel is really guiding you towards a path of transformation. But I feel like maybe there's something unexpected about that because of that line of like it's taking you somewhere that you never expected to go, that kind of thing. I feel like maybe you're connecting with a lot of like feminine energy, intuitive energy is how it's coming through, like feminine, intuitive energy within yourself. That with like that sort of like intuitive, emotional energy, that's what you're tuning into is how it's coming through. And that is your internal feedback system is how it's feeling. So maybe you've been like feeling compelled to like change things, or like maybe you've been feeling like the need to like shift certain habits or things like that, maybe. And that's providing sort of like an internal feedback system, right? Like, what happens if I change this? Do I feel better? Like that kind of energy. And if I don't feel better, why? And what can I shift to sort of make myself feel better is how it's coming through. the venom at the bottom of the deck. Yeah. Forgiveness is a key message with this River card. Cleansing of venom as well is also coming through very strongly for you. Because it's something that's not necessary, right? It's something, so there maybe there was some emotional venom within your system that you're sort of cleansing out. That's been a theme in Virgo readings recently. Like there's one that I'm thinking of in particular, which was like something about like looking at the past and making sure that like that cycle is closed off. And I feel like it is for you. There's like but maybe it's still sort of in like the wrapping up stages, right? Like it is closing, but you're just like sort of wrapping it up. That's how it's coming through. So I don't know how long that period of time is going to last for you, but okay, wait, we're going to go animals first. Yeah, interesting. Major spiritual upgrade though for you, Virgo, is how it's coming through. Oh, black egg. Yeah. Okay, this represents the throat chakra. What you're saying, how you're expressing yourself. But it is also coming through with third eye as well today for some reason, just because of the colors, like the purple energy is coming through with, I feel like communication for you is also being enhanced is the word that's coming through. You may want to watch the Taurus reading from yesterday. There may be a message in there for you, but it doesn't feel related. It was just like communication was a theme for Taurus energy. But anyways, I feel like this is actually like what it is that you are receiving. Like your communication with spirit, for example, could be something that's going through like this upgrade energy. But it's like that. I feel like there's so much here. It feels like it hasn't hatched yet though, but it is hatching. Because with the black egg, I don't always get this energy of like it's hatching, because not all eggs reach full maturity is the message that is coming through for this, but this one is. This egg is about to hatch. Okay. I'm gonna read this one. Speaking from an authentic voice, the truth. The black egg contains one of life's essential treasures, the truth. Inside of it resides no confusion, excuses, small talk, noise, or lies, not even white ones. This living and breathing vessel harbors only that which rings true. When this essence is in balance, we speak slowly and clearly. We are drawn to activities like writing, reading, teaching, singing, and perhaps public speaking. Sound draws us in, books draw us in, the concept of truth itself draws us in. We start asking questions like, what do I know to be true about myself, and what is true about the world? When the energy of the black egg is not yet accessed, we speak from an unsure place. We say things others want to hear, gossip, or repeat stories to justify our subpar behavior. We might even try to convince ourselves that we have no inner truth at all. The energy of the black egg hovers and waits for us to reconnect. It is available at every moment, in every situation. It is the epicenter of truth, the birthplace of our voice. Okay. Maybe you're feeling, maybe there's something about like singing that's coming in for you, that like both of those, or song or music. But I'm getting almost like, like a wordless communication, or like songs that don't have words in it. It's just music, like just the melodies, or there's no vocal component to it. That there's like still truth and feeling that comes from there. It's very much coming through as being sort of like this like wordless, intuitive understanding of truth, perhaps of who you really are. That kind of energy that's coming in for you, Virgo. It's like incredibly powerful, this energy. Like it's also coming through as being like really understanding how you feel. Like it's feeling very emotional, and how it is that you express that emotion. Maybe there's a lot of sort of like, because I'm getting like the Piper energy with this, where it's like maybe you are receiving a lot of communications about like the truth of how people feel around you, maybe. Because it could be something where it's like, even if they don't say anything, right? Like maybe you're reading like body language, or just like things that are unsaid, or just like energy or emotions of other people around you. Like what, even if like they're saying something, you can sort of feel the underlying energy that's beneath it, is how it's coming through. And it may be contradictory to what it is that's being said. Because the black egg is about the throat chakra, about communication. No small talk, no like pleasantries, like no superficial sort of like whatever things that people say. It's kind of just like straight up truth is what you're connecting with, Virgo. Okay, I'm gonna pull more cards. I am getting this like very strong energy though of like it's about to hatch. Something about this black egg is going to be like revealed, or there's something I don't know how to phrase this. Something is going to be birthed. There's a rebirth energy coming through with this that has to do with truth in some way. Okay, you have the Singer of Healing. I'm not going to take these ones. The only one that flipped out upright, or like this, is the Bright Mother. But then you have, interesting, the Pook, the Maiden, and Sylvanius. This is another energy about truth. I'm going to take Sylvanius as well. Okay, I'll just leave these ones out. But, okay, Bright Mother is really highlighted for you, because I feel like this is that sort of feminine, intuitive energy that you're connecting with at the moment. Luathas at the bottom of the deck. But it's interesting because Luathas can be, I feel like there's something venomous about this Luathas energy. Because it can be like very fiery, creative, like battery type of energy. Like it's like a creative battery, right? It adds a lot of like force and fire to whatever it is you're doing. But I feel like that energy can also be unwelcome if it's like something where it's like someone's like really, really aggressive, or like that kind of thing. It's like maybe there's something a little bit like delicate about a situation, and this energy might not be welcome, is kind of how it's coming through for you, Virgo. Like a really strong, aggressive, perhaps masculine kind of like pushing energy that I feel like is not welcome, because right now you're in this like very like feminine, soft, intuitive energy. I'm going to read Sylvania's because that's the one that's sort of highlighting this like truth energy. But Sylvania's comes with this sort of illusions. Yeah. Truth, cutting through deception and clarity. Okay. At this time, you are discovering new truths about yourself. They are essential for you to know in order to create relationships based on mutual respect, affection, and trust. These things can only work if we see ourselves and others as we are. Currently, both Fairy and this world are functioning as a giant mirror in which we see ourselves in many surprising ways. People tend to dread this because we assume that we are worse than we think we are, but this is far from necessarily true. Now is a time for finding out the false and misleading beliefs you have accepted and discovering that you are a better person than you thought and have the potential to accomplish more than you believed you could. If someone says you are better or simply different than you think you are, don't automatically reject this. Think it over carefully. You have more to give and more to enjoy than you have been giving yourself credit for. Yeah, Virgo. I feel like you're in this place right now of discovering the truth of yourself. And it's like, it's this really positive, loving energy of self-acceptance and self-compassion and grace. It's this energy of like grace for yourself, and perhaps understanding where there have been like deception or things where but it feels more like self-deception, Virgo, where maybe you believe things about yourself that weren't true, but maybe there were like things that you just like absorbed subconsciously, or I don't know, whatever it is for you. It doesn't matter, because that is what is being cleared out by the river, right? I feel like there's something coming through about like reflections where it's like, let's say you create, it's this energy of feedback. You're getting feedback from perhaps internally, but also maybe in the external environment as well, as also showing you feedback about who you are and shifting it into a more positive light, because I feel like there's something where you weren't not seeing yourself in a positive light, or you just weren't seeing yourself in a way like, okay, I'm going to read Luathas because I feel like there's something about that where, okay, hold on. Oh, 57. Yeah, so it says haste, impulsiveness, fire, spontaneity, and balance. But so this is coming through with sort of like fire as a creative and a destructive force. I feel like there's something about this Luathas energy that is associated with venom for you, where it's like maybe something was very hasty or impulsive or aggressive or fiery or unbalanced in a way that was uncomfortable. So I'm going to read the reverse. Yeah, okay. In a reversed position, Luatha speaks of burnout, blocked or even exhausted creative energy. He suggests that we need to find ways to regenerate and recharge ourselves so that we can continue the race, but at our own healthy pace. He suggests that our fire is low and must be replenished by appropriate activities before we can resolve the issues we are dealing with. Here we see the reverse Luathas representing fire in its destructive mode, however grim or delightful that process may appear to be. We must remember that destruction is not always a bad thing. There are things that need to be destroyed, injustice and cruelty, for example, but these things have to be handled with great care. We cannot heal injustice with more injustice, nor cruelty with additional cruelty. If we wish to fight the twisted fire of cruelty, which is passion gone sour and insane, we must find a way to lovingly counter it with the fire of creativity and compassion. Luathas is eager to help with his wonderful creative destructive fire but we must be careful with him. He is the epitome of unbounded enthusiasm and can lead us to burnout or to glory. We must use his fire well, or he will take control and use us, leaving nothing but a pile of ashes blowing away in the wind. Okay. Virgo. Sorry, I'm laughing because I mispronounced the word epitome in a Virgo reading. I don't remember, it was like the last couple of, like the second last Virgo reading. I mispronounced epitome, even though I know that word, and I know how it's pronounced, but anyways, it bothered me for a good, like, hour. But anyways, Virgo. Luathas the Wild in the reverse is this energy of destructive fire, which again, this is saying, like, destruction is not always a bad thing, but I feel like maybe you're, perhaps you're healing something about that, but it's also coming through as being like, maybe you're healing something, or it feels very much like destroying maybe an aspect of your ego that believed something that was not true about yourself. Like, but in a way where it's like, maybe you believed that you were, like, I don't know, worse than you are in something. And it feels kind of like there's this, like, really healing energy of self-acceptance, Virgo. That's really beautiful. Because it's kind of coming through as, like, maybe there was something where you felt like you weren't good enough, or like you weren't, like, it is kind of feeling like that in whatever way, like you weren't good enough, or you couldn't handle something, or you weren't, like, I don't know, something that you couldn't do maybe, but I feel like that's what's being destroyed. That part of the ego that tells you that you're not good enough, or that you can't do something, or that you're not capable. And it's like, I feel like there's this energy of, like, Virgo, you can do anything. You can accomplish anything. I feel like there is something here about, like, a really powerful hummingbird at the bottom of the deck. I'm gonna cry again. I feel like I cried in the last Virgo reading. This hummingbird energy, which is, like, countering that venom, right? This is the nectar. I feel like you're connecting with this, like, nectar energy. You're getting the nectar from a venom. Because I feel like the venom was something like, maybe there was an experience that was unjust or cruel. Maybe something that happened to you, and maybe that injustice or cruelty made you believe that you deserved that, right? Like, that could be something of, like, a really maladaptive ego aspect, where it's like you believe that you deserve something negative that happened to you when you didn't. And so that part is being destroyed. And I feel like there's something of, like, what's emerging from that is this, like, nectar. Virgo. I just feel like whispering right now. I feel like I've been, like, shouting a lot. I just need to, like, calm down the throat chakra a little bit. I almost feel like this hummingbird is what's hatching out of the egg, right? Like, that's what it's looking like. There's, like, a hummingbird that's hatching out of this egg. I want to speak very quietly now, because it's like, imagine you have this, like, little hummingbird in your hand. Okay, yeah, interesting. Physical is the first card coming through. This is one of the 5 energy pillars in this deck, but it talks about, like, your physical body, right? Like, your physical environment. Maybe there was some sort of venom associated with, like, your physical self-image or body image or something like that. Like, because it's kind of feeling very much like physical health in some way, like taking care of your physical health. Maybe there's something about that that's being cleansed or forgiven. I don't know. Or healed in some way, like something about like I keep looking over at the Venom card with this and Luathas, like maybe there was some sort of like destructive energy that had an impact on your physical health in some way. Or like if it's not health related, it could just be like passion gone wrong is actually how it's coming through, especially that line that was that line from the description. Hold on. I want to read this properly. Hold on. Cruelty, which is passion gone sour and insane. Yeah. It's feeling like okay, maybe someone was cruel to you in a very physical way is how it's coming through. Passion gone sour is how it's feeling. I don't like that. I don't like that energy. But maybe it made you like believe something about yourself that wasn't true, but because of that influence, maybe it's like it's feeling like there was some sort of like false belief about yourself, Virgo. That's how it's feeling, but I feel like you're healing that. It's feeling very healing to me. So it doesn't have to be necessarily associated with your physical body. It could be anything that's like pentacles related. So it could be resources, it could be work, it could be your home, it could be any sort of like environmental, like physical thing that's around you at the moment, where maybe you felt like there was like, I don't know, it could be something like negative judgment, right? It could be even, there's a whole scale of intensity for this, right? It could be negative judgment, like, you know, someone made a comment about like your body or something that was really negative or something like that. Or it could be like as far as like very cruel injustice. I'm not even gonna like mention examples. Like I feel like you can extrapolate where I'm going with that, but it's like I feel like there's something about that that's healing. Injustice and cruelty are really coming in very strongly for you. I feel like you're healing some sort of injustice or cruelty that was done to you. But with creative fire, right? Like, creative fire. So maybe you are feeling like you're creating something, because this river card is also coming through with like flow. Like an emotional flow is how it's feeling, but that could be very creative as well. It's not fighting fire with fire is how it's coming through. It's fighting fire with water. The river, right? The river is sort of washing away that destructive venom. Yeah. This card comes out so much. Land, tree, earth. It's tending to a seed. It's like nurturing something, right? I feel like there's something that's growing for you, but it's like, it's something where like this one's so interesting, where it feels kind of like this figure inside the seed is one that's been sort of like neglected, or there's like a sadness energy that I get with this card just because of the color and the position. Like this, like, something that's been neglected or hasn't been given enough attention or focus. I feel like that's what's being healed, though, because I think that that's like this is something maybe that's been inside the black egg, like something that has been needing to be expressed, that maybe was kept hidden, especially with the throat chakra. Like maybe something that has been needing to be expressed that hasn't been. And it's like when you express it, when you tend to this, when you nurture it, when you give it space and time to grow, it heals something within you. And I'm getting very much like a Page of Wands kind of energy, like something where it's feeling very creative for you, or like it gives you space to explore something. Maybe it gives you space to explore your emotions in a very like creative way. It could be something like that. And it heals something. I feel like as well, just because this physical card is coming out, I said that you were getting a spiritual upgrade in your third eye, and eventually upcoming, your heart is going to go through some sort of expansion, but I feel like there's also like some sort of physical consequence to this. It's feeling very much like a physical consequence of this. So you may be receiving something physically, because it is kind of coming through with like an Ace of Pentacles. Yeah, okay. Fire, Ancestor, Fire, Moon. I'm gonna read this one again. This one is coming through again with like music. Music might be maybe that's a creative outlet for you. Maybe you need to go and do some singing or something like that, or like play an instrument or whatever. That might be part of like the healing process for you. Anyways, I'm going to read this one. So it says, the ancestors are calling you. The ancient elders speak in whispers through signs and symbols and dreams and nature. Their call can be as inconspicuous as a gentle breeze blowing across your shoulder, or as a song lyric that comes on when you start your car. All the ancestors ask of you is that you pay attention, heed their call, and respond. It is time to connect with your ancestors. Build a bridge that allows their presence to be felt and acknowledged. Create an altar for those in your bloodline who walked this earth before you. Make an offering, say a prayer, sing a song. The ancestors have wisdom to share with you. Your connection will create more ease in your life and more trust in your soul. Yeah. It's a like your intuition is intuition feels like it's not quite it doesn't encompass everything is how it's feeling to me, but like there's a lot of spiritual energies that you are receiving, Virgo. I'm getting a strong Capricorn energy now too. I'm going to pull one more card from this deck just to close it off. But pay attention to signs and synchronicities. That's what this card represents to me, that you'll be receiving inner truth. Inner truth, Virgo. This is, you're connecting really, really strongly to your inner truth at the moment. I'm gonna read this card because I feel like maybe anyways, I'll just read it. Owl sees in the dark and knows what is not directly being shown. She is the master intuitive. In ancient Greek mythology, Owl sat on the shoulder of Athena so that the goddess would know the whole truth at all times. If you receive this card in your reading, it is a message that you have a deep inner knowing and you can trust in this gift. Whatever guidance you are currently seeking, this card is a confirmation that the answer will not only come, but it will come from within. Owl says it is okay to not always immediately know the answer or what to do. Fear may arise and hide the truth of a situation from you, but you are being asked to sit in the confidence of your inner knowing. Patience is of the utmost importance. When you push and try to instruct your intuition to immediately figure out the answer, your intuition becomes strangled by your ego's control. All you need to know is that your guidance will come. When and how it comes is none of your concern. Life will help you connect with your intuition to reveal the truth, figure out the best path, and do what is best for your growth and the growth of anyone else involved. Owl's medicine shares that you do know the answer and it will be revealed at the correct moment. Relax and go do something else. Okay, Virgo. So many cards that are just reinforcing the same message. You're connected to your inner truth. You know the truth. Your intuition right now is like highly tuned in, but it's also receiving like a very significant upgrade in whatever way. I feel like it's also very protected at the moment. Because anything that may try to interfere with it, or anything that's like, it does feel kind of like interference, like an energy that's trying to, I don't know if it's trying to, or an energy that's just like, I don't know, it comes through as like static, or like, whatever it is. Anyways, whatever that is, it's like being cleared out. So your intuition and your clarity is just like very on point right now, Virgo. Anyways, I'm gonna leave it there. There's more to come. There is more to come, but it will come when it's the right time, right? You don't need to push it. You don't need to like force it to like figure things out. It's like it will come when it's time. Go relax and do something else. So Virgo, I'm gonna leave it there. If this reading resonated with you, please like, subscribe, leave a comment down below. I'd love to hear from you. Thank you so much for sharing your energy with me, and I hope you have a great day. Bye.